just gotta tell you this one thing, yeah. I've been in love too, don't worry, I know what it's like. Nothing for 1 second is you, girl, though I know you might. Insecurity, stay in the dark, kings don't show them light. And I've been in love too, don't worry, I know what it's like. I know your exes might have been long.
Hi guys, YTMarleySCFC vlogs here, back again with another video today. In today's video I'm going to be doing ranking UK rivalries. Obviously it's going to be on tier maker. I obviously did the tier maker yesterday, and pretty much is on photos, so you're going to see it as well in this in this now. But yeah, in today's video I'm going to be doing ranking rivalries. Obviously this is going to be how fiery the fans are, like the atmosphere, not the actual rivalry itself, the players on the pitch, how much it means to them. But yeah, so if you do enjoy this video, then please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's try and get to 720 by the end of the week. Let's say I'm on like 715 now, so if you can get me to 720 by the end of the week, I'll be much appreciated. So yeah, let's get into the video anyway. So first up, the first rivalry I've gone for is Ipswich v Norwich. I've decided to put them in the Ipswich v Norwich category. I've decided to put, right, so here's the categories I got now. So I got top hatred derby, good derby, underrated, which is like not respected enough, mere quiet, which is something you don't often hear from, and irrelevant, just basically it's dead derby anyway. But I've decided to put Ipswich and Norwich in the mere quiet category. I don't hear a lot of like aggressiveness in this rivalry. Obviously Ipswich and Norwich fans could prove me wrong on this, but I was this close to putting them in irrelevant, but I reckon it'd be much suited in here, but they are lucky to get in mere quiet, I'd say. So it's not very like it's not very like aggressive derby. It's not your typical, let's say, Celtic v Rangers, Swansea v Cardiff, just something like that. But yeah, I've decided to put Ipswich and Norwich in the mere quiet cat. Next up, it's the underrated category, which I put QPR and Brentford. This derby I'd say is underrated because the atmosphere there is absolutely electric, and I'd say it's a bigger derby than Fulham v Brentford, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute now after this clip. But I'd say this is more of an aggressive derby just because they are like close to each other. Obviously, you know, any QPR and Brentford fans would know that QPR almost had Griffin Park a few years back, but Brentford got it, and yeah, since then it's been a typical rivalry, and so obviously it's got to be a rivalry because they're very close to each other. But you know, Brentford assume their biggest rivals to be Fulham, which I'm going to be talking about in a second now. But yeah, yeah, so I've gone and put QPR and Brentford in underrated. Fulham v Brentford, which I'm going to talk about, I'm going to put in the mere quiet category, just because like I don't often hear from it. QPR Brentford, I'd say is much a bigger derby, but you know, Brentford fans could prove me wrong or whatever. But yeah, I've gone and put it in there because well, you don't often hear from it. But, you know, Brentford got all their songs about Fulham get battered everywhere they go or something, and beat up Fulham down or something. But, yeah, I'd say there's more atmosphere in the QPR Brentford derby anyway. So, yeah, I've put this one in mere quiet. Another QPR derby now. I know I've been on a West London derby streak, but I've put Fulham and QPR in the irrelevant. You just don't hear from it, do you? I don't think they're even rivals as it happens. They don't consider themselves to be rivals. Fulham would consider Brentford to be their biggest rivals. QPR assume Brentford, but Brentford assume Fulham. But, you know, there's not much I could say from this one, to be honest. There's not much atmosphere in it. I don't know with this one, honestly. So, yeah, I've put this one in irrelevant. Next up is Tottenham v Chelsea. I've gone and put this one in a good derby, obviously. Yeah, I consider this to be a good derby because, well, it's just action in London, obviously. But Spurs don't consider Chelsea to be their biggest rivals. Obviously, they got Arsenal, which are much closer. But, you know, I think this one, it's a good derby. Obviously, the fans are really feisty or whatever. But, you know, I'm gonna be talking about Tottenham and Arsenal later in this video. But, yeah, I've gone and put Tottenham and Chelsea are good. Millwall v Charlton, I've gone and put in underrated. Obviously, these two sides are like probably closer to each other, but Millwall consider West Ham to be their most rivals. Like, but yeah, Millwall and Charlton, they have some good atmosphere. I've put them in underrated because I do think it's quite underrated. Charlton fans are really good when it comes to this derby, and it's really good atmosphere there. So I'd probably put this one in underrated because it's good atmosphere, and yeah, it gets the Valley rocking or the Den. I don't know who won the most recent one, but yeah, I'll have to find that out for you guys soon. But yeah, I've gone and put this one in underrated. Leeds and Huddersfield, I've gone and put it underrated. This one, I think it has its ups and downs, like, but Leeds probably the most probably have the most wins, but obviously the most recent win went to Leeds, and obviously Luke Ayling scored and pulled his hair out, like his man out, sorry. But yeah, it's underrated. Good atmosphere, Ireland Road, good atmosphere at the John Smith Stadium. Obviously Leeds consider either them or Man United to be their biggest rivals. Let me know, Leeds fans, who would you think? But yeah, so I'd probably put this one underrated. Leicester v Nottingham Forest, this is only one place I could put this one. It's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. Leicester don't have much rivals, do they? But they consider Forest to be their rivals. Forest consider Derby, and yeah, Forest, you have nothing for this, really. I can't really say nothing about it. So Port Vale v Stoke, I've gone put him in May Quiet. Obviously this one, I like this one. It gets Port Vale and Stoke fans excited, obviously. But, you know, you don't hear enough from this derby. I have a feeling I could put it into underrated, but I'd say that I'd put it in May Quiet. It's like literally so close to being underrated for me. So yeah. Next up, there's only one place I could have put this derby: Celtic and Rangers. I put them in top hatred derby. Obviously these sides, obviously a bigger side to Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably one of the biggest derbies in Britain anyway. So I like this derby. It brings two sides of Glasgow together. Obviously it's separated by green and blue. Obviously I would have said green and purple then if I wasn't mistaken. If anyone knows what I'm on about, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I've gone and put this one in top hatred because it's just an electric derby. If I was to pick one side though, I'd probably go with Rangers. Sorry, Celtic. As for Derby, I've gone put in good for Derby. Obviously I believe there's been some iconic moments on both sides. Obviously Nottingham Forest v Derby, obviously a good derby. But Forest have most recently had the best victory. They were supposed to have played each other on the 4th of April. Sorry about that. Obviously, so I think this is a good derby because it's just electric. Obviously, I've been watching some of their derby away vlogs and home vlogs. Obviously, you've got the likes of Uk Marley, who I vlogged for on his channel for the Swansea derby game. But obviously, that result didn't go too well. And I have a good few Forest mates as well. Jack Pugsley, Ben Gregor, Stone Tour, whatever. Yeah, yeah, so I've gone and put this one in good derby. West Brom v Wolves, I put in underrated. Obviously, this one, obviously they got the Liquidator song. Obviously, West Brom and Wolves have that. It's either F off West Brom or F off Wolverhampton. Oh fuck, no. F off Wanderers, West Brom or something. But yeah, yeah. I put this one underrated because I don't think it's respected enough. I think this one has its moments. Obviously, Peter Odemwingie scoring a hat-trick at Molineux a few years back. But yeah, I can see this one as an underrated derby in all honesty anyway. V Wigan now, and I've gone with irrelevant. You just don't hear from it really. I can't really tell you some iconic moments because it's just quiet. The fans are not really thing, if I'm honest. But yeah, the only really iconic moment I can really name is when Bolton went down last season and they started chucking balls on the pitch. So you just don't really hear from it, really, dear. West Brom, Aston Villa v Birmingham. I've gone put it in top hatred derby. Obviously, this one has a lot of fire and intensity to it. Obviously, two sides of Birmingham separated. Obviously, Aston Villa called Birmingham the Small Heath, and they got the song Small Heath Get Battered. Obviously, Aston Villa probably won the most recent derby. Obviously, the Birmingham fan country Jack Grealish went on to score. But yeah, it has a lot of intensity and I really like this derby. I do tune into wherever, anytime it's on. So yeah, Chelsea Arsenal, I've gone put in good derby. Obviously, as I mentioned before, Arsenal's main rivals are Spurs. Chelsea consider Spurs to be a big derby for them. But yeah, I do think I think this is a good derby because like every time it's on, it has action. I might have put it probably too high on the list, but you know, yeah, I probably put this one in good derby because it's you never know what it's gonna bring. So I've gone and put this in good derby. Sam Millwall's next, and I've gone put them in top hatred derby. Obviously, you got that film Green Street. Obviously, I'm pretty sure every football fan has seen it. Nearly every football fan, anyway. One of my favourite films personally. But I do like this derby. Probably the two probably really fighting type fans in England. Obviously, both in London. So yeah, this derby brings a lot of intensity. I don't think this has happened for ages now, but yeah, I do hope it happens very soon. So I've got to put this in top hatred derby. Are you gonna be biased and put Swansea v Cardiff in top hatred derby? Yeah, I am, and that is my honest opinion. If you want to go and do your own, be my guest. But experiencing this derby for myself, it's absolutely brilliant. You like two of the biggest sides in Welsh football, both separated, one flag, 40 miles away from each other, which people think it's not a derby, but you know, it is what it is. Swansea v Cardiff, any Cardiff fans will tell you it's a rivalry. Any Swans fans will tell you it's a rivalry. We got that song Cheer Up Neil Harris. We got 15 million, You Know What You Owe. Obviously, I won't say what that matter is, but obviously, but yeah, I am. If you do want to go and make one yourself, then be my guest, obviously. But you know, this rivalry, it's gotta be up there. It's gotta be up there, and for me, it's top hatred derby. I'm sorry, guys. Moving on to the sevens, moving on across the bridge from Wales over to Bristol. It's the Bristol derby, Bristol Rovers v Bristol City. Obviously, I've put this one in good derby because, well, it's just as action to it. Obviously, Bristol City go to lengths of spraying like things outside the Memorial Stadium, but obviously this one's a good derby. Obviously, it's a lot of intensity between both fans, and yeah, I really like this derby, so I've gone and put it in good derby anyway. Chelsea QPR, I've gone and put in irrelevant. You just don't hear from it, do you? I do believe this is the last one in irrelevant, but yeah, I do think this is quite irrelevant. I do think it's obvious it is. I do think it is really bad derby. Like QPR considered Chelsea to be their main rivals, but Chelsea are having none of it, let's be real. Yeah, so I've gone and put this in irrelevant. Manchester United v Manchester City. Now, if we were talking back, let's say a few years ago, top hatred derby, without a doubt. Now, you've just done you from a mere quiet. Obviously, it's ruined by tourists. There's no atmosphere at the Etihad. United fans probably make more noise, in my opinion, but I do think this is mere quiet. But you know, if I were to say like, oh, a few years ago, top hatred derby 100%. But you just don't hear from it, do you? So I feel derby, I'm gonna go and put this one in top hatred derby. Obviously, Mark Duffy, the bounce slayer, obviously an iconic moment to tell you about in that derby. Obviously, I do like this derby, obviously, and yeah, I really like it because it just adds that fire and intensity to the derby, which we all love. The Sheffield derby isn't an exact example of what we expect from a derby, so pretty much I do think this is a top hatred derby. Palace, underrated. Not many people know why this is a derby. I believe it's called the M40 derby, obviously. I think this has his ups and downs, obviously. Brighton could win one, Palace could win one, obviously, but I do think this is a really good rivalry. Obviously, this time round they both won at each other's grounds. Obviously Brighton won at Palace's ground, and I believe Palace won at Brighton, but I do think this is a really good derby. I think it's underrated anyway, so I've gone and put this one in underrated. So v Tottenham, I would have put this one in top hatred, but I've gone and put it in good derby. Obviously, I checked with my mates beforehand. Obviously, one of my mates, he's an Arsenal fan, and I do believe this is a good derby, and yeah, I do really rate it. It's got its fire and intensity. Arsenal fans hate Tottenham, Tottenham fans hate Arsenal. It's pretty much what you expect from a derby. I don't know why I didn't put it in top hatred actually, but I think out of all of them so far, I would have said this one is most close to top hatred. So yeah, I gonna put this one in top hatred. No, good derby. Man United now. This one is big, I know, but I've gone and put it in top hatred derby. Obviously, I like this one. It's got a lot of character, intensity. Both fans like going at each other. Man United fans hate Leeds. Leeds fans absolutely despise Man United. But yeah, I do. That iconic Leeds moment is when they beat Man United 1-0 at Old Trafford. Winning at Old Trafford is anyone's dream, to be honest. But yeah, I do think this is a really good derby. So yeah, I've gone and put in top hatred. Smash Southampton's next, I've gone and put in good derby. Obviously, this one has its fire as well. Both sides hate each other. Obviously, Southampton and Portsmouth, the last time they faced was actually this season when Southampton beat them. I don't know what the score was. But both fans like going at each other. Pompey hates Southampton, Southampton hate Pompey, obviously. And yeah, you just gotta love a good South Coast derby. Anyway, I know this one is quite highly rated in the UK. So yeah, Blackburn v Burnley's next. I got and put in mere quiet. Obviously, I would have put in this one in underrated, but I didn't. I just didn't, did I? But you just don't really hear from anymore, really. Burnley have pretty much won pretty much all their recent ones, obviously. I do really like this derby though, but I just don't hear from it as much. But yeah, I put this one in Mequon. Sunderland v Newcastle. There's only one place I could put this, and it's at the top. Top hatred derby. Obviously, this got one of them iconic moments was when a Newcastle fan punched a horse. I don't know why, but yeah, I believe he got arrested for that, which is good. Animal abuse is not funny. Yeah, I really like this derby. Obviously, Toon Derby, I think it's called, and yeah, I really like it. So Newcastle and Sunderland, you're going straight at the top. Liverpool Man United's the last one up, and I've gone and put this one in top hatred derby. I think Man United and Liverpool, much a bigger derby nowadays than Manchester City versus Manchester United. I forgot to mention I've put the Merseyside derby in good derby, obviously, but I just haven't put it in. I forgot to anyway. But yeah, I do think this one is I do think Man United Liverpool is a good derby. It has a lot of fights. Obviously, Liverpool can't stand Man United. Obviously, last time out for both sides, Liverpool won. So Liverpool fans can enjoy the time. But yeah, those are the derbies, and yeah, thank you for watching this video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get 20 likes on this video if you're enjoying the championship content, and if you want to see me do more tier maker videos, then please make sure to subscribe, like and comment. Let me know what your favourite derbies are. Do you disagree or agree with any of the statements I made? I know obviously some people are going to say, oh, South Wales derby you put in top because you're biased. I am biased, I guess. But yeah, yeah, if I have missed out any derbies, then make sure to leave them down below, and I'll respond of what I give them. But yeah, that's it from me. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Come on, you Swans.